doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I ain't got it, but they hands.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here between the Mexico City Golden Eagles taking on the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Okay, break. Ready.
Going to the air right away, Hooker. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Down the left sideline. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Hooker. He shakes him off. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Now Hooker. His pass caught at the 4. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Hendon Hooker with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it with second down. You talk about this Lions defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And not a lot of damage. Daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And he'll go out of that. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining.
Throwing on third down, Stafford.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Able to avoid him. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
The Lions at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. That's complete to Laporta. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. They'll roll him out right. Looking for Cooper Kupp again. 2 in a row. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. You talk about this Lions defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. Blankenship's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Counter play, here's Gibbs. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Cup 19, go!
Here's Hooker to throw it. Past the 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this? We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Throwing is Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this 1st half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Here's Williams to return. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Lions will take over.
Ready, set.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. That is caught by Laporta. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Hooker. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Stafford. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. Hooker's going to throw it. Well, this is caught by Williams. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. It's a big play there. 61 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A
touchdown. Puka Nacua, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Golden Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Hooker. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 59 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Stafford on 1st down. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. Touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown on the year. And the Golden Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert get to the half and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Back to the air on second down. Here's Hooker. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. They go play action. Here's Hooker. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now Hooker. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Hooker. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now Stafford. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. On the return is Williams. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
60 Vikings. Ready?
Hooker now off play action. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Right side to Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense, and I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that point, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a 1st down.
6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Hooker from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll go again with Dobbins. Now the ball comes loose, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get his guys another 1st down. Back-to-back good runs to start the drive. This one 13 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing. Hooker. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Here's Stafford.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the fourth is not going to be an easy task. But that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Back to throw, Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give right side for Gibbs. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
Ready?
Right back to him on first down. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Off play action. Here's Hooker. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, my, you know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Dragon 60. Ready?
Here's Hooker. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now it's Stafford. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Throwing again is Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 146 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Second and 11 now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Alert! Alert! Ready!
Gibbs straight ahead. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-per.
And he loses the football a second time. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This game, it was well.